Hi, in this video we are going to talk about how can you calculate the moles. First of all, here we have the rule of the moles. How can we calculate the moles? Basically, we are going to divide the mass over molar mass. But first, how can we measure the molar mass? Let's find out together. So we have a rule for the molar mass. The molar mass can be measured by this rule. The rule says what? What is the molar mass first? The molar mass is the sum of the atomic masses. So if we have a compound that contains two or more elements, we are going to add the sum of these atomic masses so we can find the molar mass. Like for example, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is made of what? Carbon and oxygen. So if we want to measure the molar mass of this compound, we need to calculate the atomic masses of these elements, which is carbon and oxygen. So we have a rule to calculate the molar masses. This rule says what? Number of element 1 times mass of element 1 plus number of element 2 times the mass of element 2, and so on. If we have third element, so number of element 3 times mass of element 3, and so on. So write down these two rules so we can use them to solve the following questions. So pause the video and write down the two rules, and then we are going to continue together. So let's try to calculate the molar mass of carbon dioxide. So first, carbon dioxide. What is the atomic masses of carbon? The atomic mass of carbon is 12 grams per mole. The atomic mass of oxygen is 16 grams per mole. And let's try to use our rule. So what is the number of carbons here? Carbon has only one. So 1 times the mass of carbon, which is 12. So that's the first bracket. Added to the second one, which is the oxygens. How many oxygens we have? We have 2. So number of oxygens are 2 times the mass of oxygen, which is 16. So let's add them together. 12 plus 32 equal 44, and the unit of molar mass is gram per mole. So the unit here will be gram per mole. And that's it. That's the molar mass of carbon dioxide. So let's try to calculate the molar mass of H2O water. So water molecule has H2O. What is the number of hydrogens here? We have 2. So the number of element 1 is 2 times the mass of element 1, which is 1. That's the first element, added to the second one. How many oxygens? We have only 1. So the mass of oxygen is 16. 1 times 16 equal 16 plus 2 equal 18. And the unit of molar mass is gram per mole. So now we are going to calculate the number of moles of the following molecules. Calculate the number of moles of 5 grams of H2O. So basically here we have 5 grams, which is the mass. And we said that moles equal mass over molar mass. So at the question we will have only the mass. So we need to calculate what? Molar mass, as we learned right now. So what is the molar mass of H2O? Let's find out together. So if the atomic mass here is 1 gram per mole for the hydrogen and 16 gram per mole for oxygen, let's calculate the molar mass together as we did right now. So number of element 1, which is hydrogen, so 2 times the mass of hydrogen, which is 1, plus 1 times the mass of oxygen, which is 16. So as we did right now, it is 18 gram per mole, and this is the molar mass of H2O. So what about the moles? As we said, moles equal mass over molar mass. The mass here is 5 grams over the molar mass, which is 18 gram per mole. So 5 over 18 equal 0.27, and that's the number of moles. So 0.27, the unit of moles is mol. So this is the unit of mole, 0.27 moles. So let's try to calculate the next example. So pause the video and try to solve this example by your own. So what is the number of moles of 16 grams of CH4? So the methane here has 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. The atomic mass is 1 gram per mole for the hydrogen and 12 gram per mole for the carbon. So let's try to use our rule to calculate what the molar mass. How many carbons? We have 1, so the number of carbons is 1. What about the mass of carbon? It is 12. Plus, how many hydrogens we have? We have 4. The mass of one hydrogen is 1. So 12 plus 4 equal 16 grams per mole. What is the number of moles of 16 grams of CH4? So the mass here is 16 grams and the molar mass here is also 16 grams. So what is the number of moles here? We have only 1 mole of CH4. Thank you for watching the video and see you next video.